Well, good morning, everybody. It is 9:30 here on Friday. It's Memorial Day weekend, holiday time, and I'm Joe Grumbine here with Willow Creek Springs. I want to first let everybody know we will be closed on Memorial Day in observance, and Willow Creek Springs has always been very supportive of our veterans, and of course, we take this weekend to honor those that have fallen in service to our country. So, um, it's a funny thing. We use, hey Cassie, we use Memorial Day weekend as sort of the kickoff for summer, time to celebrate. And I think a lot of people don't remember or realize that the reason we're able to do all this celebrating is because of the sacrifices of so many over so many generations. So we do realize that and remember it. And we are always offering specials to veterans. And even if I don't have one posted, when veterans reach out to me and let me know that they're, um, a veteran, I will always hook them up, give them a little something. So today we're going to talk about what's new here at Willow Creek Springs. And we've talked for a while about the nature of this company. We're a real small company. My wife and I started this over 20 years ago. We have a handful of employees. We have a small shop here in Lake Elsinore, and we manufacture and distribute on a wholesale level only. And so, for those of you that are interested in getting a hold of our products, we do have some introductory offers going on right now, but we're also there's reps available that can be reached on our website, willowcreeksprings.com. So one of the things that we do, oh, Lisa, welcome. Lisa has joined us. So I'm glad that you guys are figuring out that this is a place to pose questions. I've got actually two reps on the on the live right now. So if somebody is looking to get something, you can reach out to them. But we're here to talk about new things. Willow Creek Springs is a little company with a lot of products, and because of that, most of our reps really aren't suited to distributing everything. We don't do retail, and if we did, we'd probably have a much smaller selection of products. Not because they're not valuable, but because you have to pick and choose what you're going to market. But since we don't market, we make anything that might be valuable. There's so many different kinds of people with so many different chemistries and situations and needs. And as we've found, sensitivities. So when I come up with a good formula that has a series of ingredients, there's almost always at least one person that says, "Oh, I'm allergic to that." Or if we come up with a moisturizing formula that's got a particular fragrance that most people really love, we always have the people that go, "Oh, I can't stand that. I can't deal with that. I can't do lavender." Well, I'm sorry, lavender's a great plant. We're going to always use it, but we'll probably make some other fragrances and formulas if we have enough of a demand for it. So one of the things I've made available is custom formulation, and I do this for a couple of reasons. One, I'm always looking for an opportunity to make something new. You just never know when you might hit on that, $1 million product, that one that changes the world, the one that everybody just hits. It's really a numbers game. There's so many people and so many different um, ways to make things good that the problem is really getting them in people's hands. I could fly an airplane over there and drop them out of an airplane and let people pick them up, but they'd probably be afraid of what it might be. So, the point is the way that this works best is when people engage. So I get I open the doors and allow people to reach out and bring an idea to me or a need. A lot of the products have been developed because of people's specific needs. So somebody will come and say, "Hey, I've got this problem. Is there something you can do?" Well, generally I'll say, "Well, you got a market for it. Are you thinking about buying it from me, or you just want me to make something for you? Because if you just want me to make something, it needs to be something that I want to make. If you got a market for it, then we can talk further." And that's one direction that things go. If somebody's in general in a real need of some kind of a medicinal product, again, here's time for the disclaimer: these products that we make are not FDA certified. I am not a medical professional. Everything that we're talking here, consider for entertainment purposes. Um, there's no way to validate anything that we're talking about. And it's important to realize that. I encourage you to do your own research. There are studies. We'll talk about studies on a live in the future, but you can find a study that support or dispute anything you want to say. I can prove or disprove anything with anything. So the point isn't that I'm not here trying to sell you anything. I'm just here trying to explain what we do here at this company and being straight up. So um, one of the things that we do, if a client is really in need and they're willing to help do some research, I'll work with them. So we've had a number of products that have been made because a client said, "Hey, I've got this problem and I think I might have a way to solve it. And I've got these particular plants in mind." I'll say, "Okay, cool. Help me to come up with the ingredients and I'll put together something. We'll see if it works. If it turns out it works for you, heck, everybody wins. What if we came up with a total solution for a problem that doesn't have a lot of solutions? Most pharmaceutical solutions have side effects. We know that. Um, One of the key factors of any product that I make is that it's as safe as can be. And we look at relative safety in selecting any ingredient. And so that's part of how this goes. Once we have a product, if I'm making it for a client, ultimately they approve it. They like it or they don't like it. But even if somebody gets a product from me and they like it, I'm going to always run it through a beta testing um, program. And I have a system, and I've tried a bunch of different ways of doing it. But, people today are uh, disengaged in a lot of ways. And so, really, one of the reasons that I do these lives are the hopes that we will find that one person today that happens to be, um, I don't know, on the right frequency, looking for that thing that we're doing. And yeah, Lisa, you're right. The idea is if you accidentally drink something that wasn't intended to be drank, then you'll be okay. I don't have any ingredients that have potentially fatal consequences. You might get an upset stomach if you drink a pain relieving roll on, but it's not going to kill you. That's for sure. Um, so we have looking for people that are interested in trying some new things, getting some feedback with me, engaging, interacting. That's the thing I'm looking for. So if you're listening to this and you're like, "Oh, wow, that sounds interesting," well, get in touch. I have a lot of these new products, which I'm going to go through right now, and we're testing them out. When I get enough feedback, we'll make a decision on moving forward or making modifications. So one of the things that I'm always getting questions about, "Oh, do you have this flavor or that flavor?" Um, right now, I have two flavors. I have no flavor and I have peppermint. Reason I use peppermint is because I have a really good quality peppermint essential oil that I work with, and it generally helps most people if they get any nausea. Um, it leaves your breath smelling good. It leaves a fresh taste in your mouth. MCT oil sometimes leaves a sort of a coating in your mouth. It's an oil. Um, and it can, in my opinion, counteract that. That's it. Those are the only two flavors that I make. But I have test batches of dozens of flavors that I've made for different people at different times. Everything from fruit flavors to terpenes to any kind of a flavoring you might think of. My deal is if you want me to make something custom for you, a custom flavor, you got to agree to buy a batch. If we're working together to solve a problem, then we work on it until we get there. So different flavored drops, that's something that I've always got to reps that come in and pick up orders in person. I usually have a little grab bag of things you can pick up. Sometimes I toss some of those in. For reps that order online, I'm always tossing in little extra gifts with your orders, and sometimes those come in as well. It's just a way for you to sample some different things. If we come upon enough people wanting enough things, hey, we bring it out to market. I have a request for a pain cream that doesn't have cooling agents or heat. And so I have a couple of different versions of that I'm working on. Remember the difference between a lotion and a cream. A lotion and a cream are essentially the same product. They're a water and oil emulsion along with active ingredients and preservative. Even if it's natural, you got to have some kind of a preservative in it. And also flavorings or essential oils and whatnot. So that is the difference. A cream is just thick and a lotion is thinner. So the difference between a lotion and cream, essentially the same ingredients. One's got more water in it and or is just a thinner consistency. So I've had a specific call for a pain cream, and I've got a couple of samples of that working. We have an eye serum, a specific uh, gel serum. So we already have an eye serum that's great. It's an oil soluble serum with CoQ10 and a bunch of great ingredients. But the deal with eyes is you get puffiness and you also get wrinkles. You got stretching and tightening or over plump and under plump at the same time. So I have a great eye serum that we're testing out right now. It's a gel serum similar to our Renew gel in consistency. Another one we're working on is a doggy calm formula. So, we have our calming drops, which is essentially just straight CBD in an unflavored oil. I've got an herbal mix that we're playing with right now, a couple of different versions of it. I had a client that was really gung ho in another state that wanted to do this and promote the heck out of it. And things have gotten sideways with, whatever. Lots of reasons why people don't do what they say. A cleansing scrub. I've got two versions of a cleansing scrub that we're testing out right now. One of them's got charcoal as an active ingredient. One of them's got diatomaceous earth and charcoal, along with clays. And this is a great product. It could be actually used as a mask or a cleansing scrub. I'm getting good feedback on it, getting closer to bringing it to market. We have a human calm. So right now we've got an AOK spray, which is really great to remove anxiety. And it will help you to calm. But I have another formula that I'm working on that is really just specifically to calm you down. So if you're excited, I mean, you got to think about blood pressure, you think about hypertension, you think about all these issues that can come from being too excited, whether it's anxious or just hyper or manic or whatever you want to call it, to just calm down. And so I've got a version of that. We have a body butter that we have pretty much market ready. We have a strawberry formula and an unflavored. Just haven't got enough feedback or enough interest yet to bring it to market. Let's see what else we got. We have a new salve in play. This has got some great new ingredients. The cool thing is working with natural ingredients is there's just so damn many of them. And these are things that there's unlimited combinations of things. And again, Thomas Edison played around 10,000 times before he nailed his. But in the middle of all of that, he created, dozens or hundreds of great inventions. I'm all about that. So um, that's what's coming up on that. A new original salve that has no lavender. So we had a pregnant woman who really loved the salve, but she just didn't. She was sensitive to lavender, and she wanted something to put, you know, for stretch marks and whatnot. And the original salve's just good for everything. And so I came up with a different version of it, and she really liked it. I haven't done anything more. We have some test samples out there, and can be tried. We have a couple of new lip balms that we're playing with tinted, more of a tint than we've done in the past. We have always had a tinted lip balm, but it's just been very minorly tinted. And this one we have with a shimmer, and we played with a honey flavor. So far, we've gotten good feedback on it, but again, not enough interest to bring it to market. A warming lotion or cream, and the purpose of that is, for ladies that get cramps, for general pain relief. Sometimes just something that gets nice and warm feels good. It might be part of a self-care program. I think the version that I had, first of all, was maybe a little bit too warm, and so I'm going to get a little more feedback, but I'll probably make a new version of it that's just a little less intense. We have a cold cream, like an old fashioned cold cream that used to be, ladies used to use it at night just to pull their makeup off, and moisturizing and all that. So we have a version of it. I think I've done two versions of it so far. But I got a few that I'm playing with, just getting some feedback on it. A facial wash is coming, just a gentle wash with probably some hydrosol and a little bit of nanovitamin or a vitamin CBD. That's actually a good way to look at it. CBD is like a vitamin CBD. We have a hot and cool version of our Freezy roll-on. We have a number of different moisturizing lotions and creams. We're really looking deeper and deeper into the anti-aging line, and all different active ingredients, and all different kinds of, there's so many great stem cells and peptides and just wonderful ingredients, but you don't want to put them all into one product. So once again, we're looking for people to test things out, give us some feedback, give us some content, tell us what you think. That's all wonderful stuff. And then also finally, a massage lotion. We are testing out a massage lotion that we made custom for a client, and they like it. They buy it on the regular, but we haven't brought it to market yet. So we've got samples of it. And then finally, some new elixirs. So if you notice, we have capsules that have herbal formulas, and the capsules are all different type, all different for all different reasons. But they take a minute to work, and so these are um, we've made elixir versions of some of them. So we have a focus spray, and we have focus capsules. We have an AOK spray and AOK capsules. We have respiratory support drops and respiratory support capsules. I'm looking at doing a number of different elixirs. One of them would be the tiger and the cougar. These are, sexual aids, and a lot of people, as they're getting older, or for whatever reasons, are finding that their sexual health is suffering, and that's a big part of life. And so, if we can make something that is fast acting and helpful, it'll improve the quality of life. And that's what this is all about: safety and improving the quality of life. All right, folks. if you got any questions, now's the time to throw them at me. Otherwise, we'll field them on the direct messages and I'll answer them in future editions. I want to remind and announce to everybody that we are supporting the Gardens of Hope with a microgreens fundraiser. These are freshly grown, organically grown, well, not being certified organic microgreens. These things are amazing, and they have up to 40 times the nutrient content of the full-grown plant, where in some cases you don't eat the full-grown plant. These are sunflower microgreens. You don't eat sunflower plants, but the microgreens are incredible. And so these are available here at the shop, and they come in a 4-ounce, an 8-ounce, and a 16-ounce container. And all proceeds that are donated for this are going to the Gardens of Hope, an amazing 501c3 that Willow Creek Springs is supporting. All right, folks, I'm glad you like the foot cream. I'm glad you like the face micro polish. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for being here.